Welcome back on our beautiful, beautiful platform, One Gospel, and you're tuned into Women with Purpose. We deliberately do this to have conversations just for you, ladies. Gents, I would suggest that you watch too, so you can learn a few things or two. Score the points. You see, if you watch the show, you're going to score points with the ladies. Trust me. We're speaking about expectations and pressure, and I was speaking about the audience a little bit later on, or earlier on, and they were saying, you know, they're nodding. And I spoke to them during the ad break and they were going, hey, we've got a few things to say. And I know you also have a few things to say. So please feel free to join us on our social media platforms and get into the conversation. I told her she can't look prettier than the presenter. It's rude. Hi, Gugu.
Hi,
how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm fantastic, baby. Why Olwana? Olwana lama?
Hi, Akelwani.
Olwana, babes, man.
Not at all.
What question do you have for us this evening?
Social media plays a big role in our lives and putting pressure on us. So we see our friends doing well. So we begin to ask ourselves question. So you guys, how do you deal with the pressure on social media?
I'm going to give it to yours because we're not on social media. How do we deal with the pressure? I can even imagine for you as a content creator, there are 10,000 other content creators that are creating content who have 16 cameras and production and then when I get it, you know, how do we deal with those pressures like Gugu said?
It's not easy, but you have to remember that there are producers and there are consumers. So certain things have to be curated. There's no way I can come on camera without makeup. So there's no way I can pose with a Louis Vuitton top without having made sure that there's a Louis Vuitton top. How I got there doesn't have anything to do with the caption or the post, but you as a consumer need to create that separation. Would say this was actually produced. Someone took the time out to do this. Whether they hired it, whether they're advertising, most of the time we get a lot of free things. I could be wearing MAC, but do I buy MAC? To be quite honest with you, no, I prefer a Revlon lipstick. And then when I spoil myself, maybe a MAC, but I don't have a full collection of MAC lipsticks. However, have I advertised MAC? Of course. You know, so you have to create that separation. For me, at least I've got insider information, so I know, oh, that home she is filming at is not hers.
I get so shocked when I see that because, you know, what's about king, Mari? What's about, why it's king? Guys, the other day I was on social, I booked myself in that place for a week because I just needed time out. I was doing a staycation.
Yeah.
Then I was on social media and this young girl was, and usually in the morning when I wake up,
exactly.
But if you're watching it, you can frustrate yourself and go, how did she get there? How did she get that house? Airbnb.
Absolutely.
But do you, girl? You know, continue doing what you're doing. So we should separate.
And discern. You know, it's really important. Again, I'm a believer of the word of God. Be very discerning and don't forget purpose. There is purpose behind everything. Don't sort of be swayed by what you see now. At the end of the day, the purpose is for perception. It's for you to perceive that person as more important or to be living there, but they don't really live there. But also come back to yourself and be like, oh, by the way, this is not my life. This is my life. This is my purpose. And this